In this video I will be sharing with you the projects I have finished, the 2 that I have started, 2 new cast-ons, and also how I'm getting on with that sweater. And also this yarn up here, which project bag are they going in and what is the plan for them. All will be revealed in this video. Hello, my name's Tina, this is Simply in Stitches. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're well. I've been under the weather, so I might chop this video up a bit, taking out coughs, splutters and such, and the foggy brain, but I'm determined we are going to do this because I didn't make a video last week. I did make a quick short. I don't know why I thought it'd be a good idea to learn how to make shorts, but if you saw that, then you saw my first attempt. So let's just crack on straight away with all the woolly goodness, shall we? These are the Glinda mitts and they are by Wandering Cat yarn, so I have finished them. So they are made from 4-ply fingering and they've got a nice stitch pattern on, but the stitch pattern is only 3 rows of knit, 1 row of the actual lace pattern. So, and it's a nice easy one to remember. So they are all finished. The thumb gussets are easy to do because it's just yarn overs to do those. So I knit them all on 9mm needles, just the small circulars, and then I use the DP ends for the thumbs because I want to use the DP ends as little as possible. So yes, really happy how they turned out. And I think they'd be really good gift knits as well. They only took, with the merino wool, they only weighed 40 grams. So it doesn't take a lot of yarn. So if you have some leftover yarn or just a small piece of something really nice and soft that you wanted to use for gift knitting, then I think that would be a lovely gift. So I'm not going to talk much more about those because I've shown those a couple of times already. So they are my finished little object. And then I'm going to pull this table closer. And then when I finished those, as I say, I was feeling a bit poorly, so I just wanted easy knitting. And so I fancied using up some more of my scraps to make some more knits, but thicker ones. So I am knitting the Retail Therapy knits. And so they have got quite a long cuff on them. And they're DK weight, these ones. But I've got quite a bit of leftover sock yarn that I wanted to use. So I had some of this, all massed together. I had some of this self-striping yarn. It's not West Yorkshire Spinners. It might be King Cole, this one. And then I had some just merino, 100% merino yarn as well. So what I thought I'd do is hold them double to make a DK. So that's 4-ply fingering and 4-ply fingering makes a DK. So I'll show you the one that I have finished first. So this is the first one that I've already finished. So it feels lovely and warm, there's nice thickness to that. I didn't do the cuff quite as long. It's just plain, that's why I thought that I could put 2 together because you've got all those stripes. But because I'm holding that just purple one on its purple one, then that sort of makes it seem like it flows in my eyes. I did run out because I made sure I had 2 sets of the same so that I didn't use too much on one mitt rather than the other. So I did run out on this top piece here of the that purple one. So I just fussy cut chose some of the other yarn. Oops. Where it's got the purple, I held 2 sort of purpley bluey bits together so it would blend in just to make up that last bit of that thumb. So yeah, they really feel nice. Looking forward to wearing those. But so far on the other one, I've just done the cuff and I've started just going on to the main part. So once again, I'm using 9-inch circulars for them. And these are the 3mm, I think. No, it recommends 3.25mm, but I didn't have 3.25, so I just did the 3.5. And even though I've got quite small hands, they're a little bit big, but not too much. So they fit perfectly fine for me. So yeah, I just used the needles I had. So I need to carry on with that one. So that's a nice relaxing knit. It's easy to see the stitches, which ones, because obviously holding it twice you have to knit 2 stitch. What am I trying to say? I don't know. So let me hold it that way. So obviously when I knit, I need to knit 2 because that's 1 stitch. It's 2x2 rib. So yeah, nice easy little project that I shall carry on with next week in my lunch break. So it's a nice portable project and a nice light project if you're not feeling too good and you just want something easy to work on. So I had that one. So then oh, I won't go on to my new cast on. I've just done a new cast on. Shall I go on to my other new cast on? Let's. Okay, so I have had this yarn in my stash for a good year, probably. Sorry about the sun there. I don't want to shut the curtain because then we'll be in the dark. So, sorry, spoiler alert. So I had this new, it's not new. I had this yarn and I love the colours of it. It's really bright. It is taking inspiration from Cadbury's Cream Egg. It's a Dear Designs, lovely Denise over on Dear Designs. It's her hand-dyed yarn. And yeah, so I loved it as soon as I saw it. I bought it. I didn't use it straight away. And then when I did use it, I used it for socks. But it didn't come out how I wanted with the socks. So the top of the foot, as you can see, it sort of spirals. So the top of the foot was a lot of the purple and the yellow. It's got beautiful stitch definition and I love the colours, but the colours I prefer are these colours. So I never ended up making the second sock because I just wasn't loving this sock. Beautiful yarn. I could have done a sock with a stitch pattern and then that would have broken up the repeat, so it would have worked differently, but I just didn't want to take the risk of doing another sock that wasn't going how I wanted it to. So, oh, my yarn's just gone. So I spotted it in my craft room and I thought I really want to use that, and I love the bright colours and I thought they would be cheerful, and so I thought I'm going to cast something on with them. But what am I going to cast on? Don't want it to be socks. I thought a shawl, because I definitely will get all of the different colours to see in a shawl. So I decided to go for the Stephen West Boneyard shawl, which is a free pattern. And here it is. Do you want to put your sunglasses on? So the Boneyard shawl, it's got these ridges here. And I am loving it. It has been such a joy to knit this. I'm loving the pops of colour, but then some of it's striping, some of it's just like wham, big bit of colour, big bit of yellow. So yeah, it's just a basic triangle shawl. You're knitting one side, purling the other. And yeah, just loving it. I love how the yellow, when the yellow comes and it looks like it's got like top stitching on. So yeah, really been enjoying that. It's for minimum effort, maximum entertainment. So really love that. So the Boneyard shawl is a 2 skein shawl, but I only had one of this, and I've got to pull back that sock to get the rest of the yarn back. So where it's got the, I'll put a picture up, where it's got the garter going round the edge, I thought I might use up, I've had this, I've got this a 50 gram and then about 25 grams. It's getting, it looks even brighter on screen. It's a deep cerise pink, this one, in real life. So I thought I would like to use this up because I've had it for so long now, just get it used. So I was thinking about having the garter in that, which is going to be bright, but I was looking for some cream or something then. I was thinking about cream or dulling it down, but it just didn't look right in my eyes, and I just thought, no, I need bright yet pink. So I'm going to put a big band of pink garter on the edging of that. So yeah, I'm excited to carry on with that because, as I say, it's such a joy, those colours to knit on. I'm really loving it. And it's nice to use up all that yarn that's been sitting there before we go into the next year. I don't want to take it into the next year. So let's move on to the troublesome sweater. I'm not going to go back over all why it's troublesome. If you haven't seen the previous videos, please check out the previous videos and you will get the full story, the full saga of this. But this is in the Drops Melody yarn. And so I needed to order some more of this because I guesstimated that I would need another 3 balls, because I have gone from knitting one design that was on bigger needles, thinking, because it says it's a chunky yarn, but I am knitting the Flax, which is a Aran weight, and so by using the 5mm needles, I'm thinking it's got a nice fabric, and so I was using smaller needles, and so it's eating the yarn up quicker than it would have done. So I have kept with the original of having the cream on top and then the green at the bottom, but just because I wanted to merge the two together rather than having a solid line and just cream, green, I wanted there to be something for them to blend in a bit. So I just did these lines of 1 stitch cream, 1 stitch green. I know, it's amazing, isn't it? There is no bounds to my imagination. So yes, so that is all the way around, and I have finished one sleeve. I've done the sleeves long because I knew I was going to have some more yarn anyway. I thought I might as well go and make them long and cozy, and I've started the other sleeve and I'm just above belly button length, but I've already started one ball for this. I think going by the other sleeve, it's going to take 1 ball. It's going to take a ball for the sleeve, and so I should have another ball after I finish this piece on the main body to go down further with that. So hopefully I've guesstimated it right and it'll be okay. I've tried it on and it's a nice fit. So everything is working out finally on this sweater. So it would be nice to finish this one this week. That is my plan, because we've got Vlogmas coming up and I've got new starts for Vlogmas. So I would like to finish as much of these projects this week as I can. And it's doable because it's nice big 4mm needles and it's literally just knitting. So it's nice and relaxing. It's just the fact of, because it's big now turning it, I wasn't knitting on it much before, but now I'm getting my strength back. I will be knitting that a lot more to get it finished, and so I could be all nice and cozy over the winter. So now, shall we have a look at the yarn that's come in and I'll tell you what it's for. So I've been buying this for my projects. So let's start off with the project you know about first of all. So over Vlogmas, I am going to be working on Foxy from the Knitted Animal Friends. And so they use the Sheepies Stonewash, but because it's not for a child, it's for me. I wanted something that was a bit more fluffier and yeah, just wanted to try out a different yarn. Although since saying that and seeing other people's pictures, the Stonewash does look like it's got a bit of fluff to it, but never one to take the tried and tested simple route. I decided to just go my own path. So for the main colour, let's get a main picture. So for the main colour, I have got the alpaca, and I think it's called hazelnut. It's come up more orange on screen, but it's a bit darker than that in real life. So this is just the alpaca, so it is 100% alpaca because it's just alpaca. And yeah, it's a 4-ply yarn, so it's got a bit of hairiness to it. So that, I've got 2 balls of that, and that is for his body. And then I needed 1 ball for his white bit. So this is just the off-white. You can see this one's a bit more fluffy. So that is what I'm going to be using for Charlotte, the fox. I don't know what I'm going to call her. At the moment, she's still Foxy Chops. So that is for that. And also, while I was on there, I originally said I would do the clothes in sort of scraps and leftovers and things. It was a good way of doing that. But I thought it'd be nice if she had actually chosen colours to start with. And then I can see how I go, just so I can clothe her in something. So I bought these 2. So it's the Stylecraft Special, because even though the fox is in the fox is in 4-ply fingering, but the clothes are in DK. And I don't know if it's because of, like, when you cross stitching, a lot of people in cross stitch, they will do the skin in a finer, so if you don't cross stitch, it's going to be hard to explain. But we do 2 over 2, so over 2 holes. We have 2 strands over 2 holes. But you can have 4 stitches, 1 strand over 1 hole. So a lot of people do that because it makes the skin finer, so that it looks like the clothes are on top of the actual body of the cross stitch. So I don't know if that is this case as well, so it looks more natural. Would they look natural? A little fox dressed up. But anyway, this is Special DK by Stylecraft, and I went for a pink, so obvious because it's a girl, and then a peach because I thought that is just a really lovely soft colour, and because she's got little bloomers, I thought it'd just be a really nice underwear colour as well. So yeah, I just got those, just so I can make her a little dress or something to start off with if I haven't got anything else that I wanted to use at the time. So now we are left with, I'll pick up one of each so you can see the colours. So all these are still the alpaca, 100% alpaca. They're 50-gram balls, so I've got 2 of each. And there's my colours. I'll do it that side. There are my colours. And if I said to you, let's pull that one back. If I said to you that I'm going to start this one on December the 26th, I think a lot of people would know what I'm actually going to do. So I am going to do the new Stephen West that is starting on December the 1st. Not December the 1st, December the 26th. So I shall put a picture up here so you can see. So I fell in love with the ones that looked the orangey red tones because I thought they looked really nice and warm, and yeah, just in that, I can't think of the word for it, I'm not even going to try, I'll put the word down. So I wanted to try and recreate that, but it's not in the budget to go with those sort of yarns, so I thought I will try the alpaca because it's lovely and soft. It's got that woolliness to it. Oops. So yeah, I chose those colours. So they turned up, I bought them from Wool Warehouse, and they turned up completely different colours to what I thought. Well, the cream didn't. Let's go through them. So the cream didn't. The cream is a cream. So I'm happy with the cream. So I needed that. And this was sort of the right colour, so that wasn't a problem because that's what I wanted. I just wanted a natural warm colour in a basic, so that's okay. Then, because I was going by the colours he had got in one of his, he had a yellow. So this was called Lemon Pie. And yeah, so on the actual Wool Warehouse site, it looks yellow, like a dirty sort of yellow, like that sort of tone, but in yellow, but not, yeah, don't know where to get it's come, as I say, even on the screen, but that's the thing, isn't it, buying online, how far back should I go? But this looks more like key lime pie rather than lemon pie. So, but I think it works in the general. I wouldn't have picked it up, but seeing it together, I'm happy with it because I think it's still going to bring that lightness to it that I wanted. The coral colour, now on screen that's looking what I expected, but it's duller. It's not so vibrant in real life. So yeah, I expected this to be more of a pop, this colour, but it's more muted, but I think it's going to be nice with this anyway. And then this one is a burgundy, and it looks more red on screen. Red's always the hardest colour, isn't it, to do? No, that looks more like it. So it's a deep, deep red. On the website, it looked like it was more going into a brown burgundy because I chose this one instead of the brown. I didn't want a brown, I wanted more of a reddy tone. So yes, it wasn't as expected, but I think as an actual collection together, I think they will suit me when I'm not looking so pale and pasty. So yes, I'm really excited to do that one. So that is all kitted up now, ready to go. So that's exciting. So that's all I've been up to since I last saw you. So thank you so much for joining me. Take care and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.